Oh, good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us from all over the Americas. I am here today with our new partner, Michelle Barry, the owner, co-owner with your husband, Greg, of the Drip Castle Estate Collection. So, Michelle, I'm sure everybody is as excited as I was when I met you. I had the chance to read some of the villas and more to come. I think in 1 week I'm going to
Yeah,
start one. And so, why don't you tell us a little more about your wonderful collection?
thank you. Thank you, Dominique. We're very excited to be part of your team and your collections. We are Drip Castle Estate Collection. We are a group of luxury villa rentals, always for large groups. That's kind of our little niche. We do 9 bedrooms plus. We have two 9 bedrooms, one 11 bedroom, and one 14 bedroom. We sort of go to locations that are a little under the radar. So in Florida, we would never do Miami. We do Captiva Island. In We do Vermont as just a nice quiet place. We're very focused on gatherings and bringing people together without too many distractions in a very luxurious style with lots of exceptional amenities. And we've just introduced all-inclusive packages just for Dominique's clients. Another big highlight is that we are no passport required. So we are all domestic. So for your groups that might be reunions and there's new babies, they don't have passports, they want to all get together. It's something they don't have to worry about who's getting a passport. If grandma and grandpa need medical facilities nearby, they don't have to worry that they're going international. They can still come and feel safe. So it's been a very strong need for a lot of our guests to stay domestic. Um, we are Greg and Michelle. We are very focused on curated experiences. My husband and I have been doing this for about almost 15 years. We come from more of a fashion background, design background. And we found that when we went away, it was very hard to find something that we were in love with and really felt like home. So we decided to go after this market that is a little bit different. And it lets us bring all our family together. Everybody has their own space, and we can really be together in a very quiet, luxurious space without worrying, is it clean? Did people take care of it? Who's going to do my grocery shopping? Our guests, when they arrive, they are on vacation. They are not preparing. They don't show up at a rental house and then go, oh gosh, I have to do my grocery shopping. Oh, who's going to keep the house clean? Everything they do is already thought out, and our concierge will work with them in advance and with you and help you plan the perfect trip so that they don't have anything to worry about. We have a great sales team. Kyle will be on every sales call with you. He will tell you everything you need to know about every location, find you any services your clients need. Molly has put together some fantastic all-inclusives that I'll be talking about. And then Colleen, very important, handles the money. So when you need your commissions, you'll know who to call. And then local property managers at every location who at the drop of a hat will show up and be there for your guest. So let's start with Sea Oats. This was our first estate. It is located on Captiva Island, the southwest part of Florida. Some of you might be more familiar with Naples. It's a little bit north of Naples. We have two airports, private, Page Field, and then RSW is our regular airport. It's about a 45-minute drive from either location, and we can handle any airport transfers that you need. We do get a lot of guests at our two Captiva properties from Miami because it's such a close location. So 2.5-hour drive, and you are just on this isolated little island with no one bothering you. The absolute opposite of Miami. Quiet beaches, no traffic, no stoplights. It's quite spectacular. This one location has 11 bedrooms. We're looking at the picture right now of the main house. There's 8 bedrooms here. And then there's also a guest house, which is a sweet little cottage that was originally owned by, we suspect, or we've been told, by the Quaker Oats family. And that's why the house is named Sea Oats. And we have a lot of king suites, a lot of rooms with 2 queen beds. And then we do always have a bunk room in all our houses for the kids. 4 waterfront acres here. This is a view of the back patio, and I'll just kind of go through. There's lots of different outdoor spaces. There's the gazebo, here's the fire pit, and there's a little beach, and the dock is right there. We have a tennis court with pickleball at this property. It's night lit. If your guests want to play at midnight, they can have at it. The pickleball is new. We've added that, and big, huge heated and chilled pool. So that's a really big plus. So even in summer when it's too hot, they can cool the pool off. There is also a hot tub. And at the back, it's really lovely. There's a dock. So all water activities can happen here. We have boats that will come and pick you up and take you on a sunset and dolphin tour. We have about a dozen kayaks and paddle boards. Some are double, so almost 20 people can go out on the water by themselves. And what's really nice here is you'll see the water's quite flat at the back of the house. So when people go out, it's very easy. Beginners can learn how to paddle board in a very nice environment and not feel like they're being hit by waves like you would somewhere where there's a little bit more water activity. We do have boat rentals that we can help our clients get. So if people want to go on fishing trips or book their own boat, we can help with that as well. There's a lot of indoor gathering spaces. This is the great room. The great room has a bar in it. You'll see a view. There's a kitchen, dining. And so this is kind of the main level here, has all these gathering spaces. There's a media room. There's the master suite there. And again, there's the bar. Here's some nice shots of the kitchen. There's everything we do. We have enough space for everyone to gather together. So there's a lot of, and we stock the houses with everything they'll need. So no one has to bring anything. No one has to worry that there aren't enough of anything. Hundreds of towels in every house, hundreds of glasses in every house. If you want to make a martini, 1,000%, you will find the martini glass for everyone. We do also have wonderful chefs in Florida, everything from a live-in chef, who we have a wonderful gentleman out of Miami who will come and stay at the house with your guests. Some prefer he stay on site, and he can really be there from the crack of dawn till he's finishing cleaning up the last crumb after dinner, and they have nothing to worry about. Here is just an example of some stocking that we do. So some of our clients will have us stock everything for them. And when they show up, they're going to open the fridge and it's going to be full, and they haven't done anything. They haven't lifted a finger to get it all done. This is the primary suite. So we have beautiful bedding. Everything's very thoughtfully decorated. These rooms are quite spacious. So, you could have 300, 400, 500 square foot bedrooms. Lots of great bathrooms with soaking tubs. All our properties use Molton Brown amenities, and you'll find that at every house. And every house has a gym as well, which is really fantastic. So we are just in the process of adding one to Taos, but the other houses have everything there, always with a Peloton as well. Sea Oats is directly opposite the beach. So you have waterfront access for water activities, but then you also have there's a 2-minute walk down a path. And this is the gorgeous beach that you will hit. It's really beautiful. We do also supply a golf cart at this location, so that for your guests who have limited mobility or don't want to walk the 2 minutes to the beach down the path, that will take care of them. It's included with your stay is everything from your concierge services, your golf cart, kayaks and paddle boards. There's foosball, there's ping pong, there's a sound system, there's your Peloton. And we're really here to make your guest as comfortable as possible. Next, we're going to our beachfront. This is just a couple of houses north of Sea Oats, and it's on the beach side. So this is directly on the Gulf. All the rooms that you're looking at here have that Gulf view. Again, same distance, 45 minutes from the airport, 2.5-hour drive from Miami. We do like to compare the two properties a little bit and say that For your guest that likes a lot of activity, but is very chilled, very easygoing, and just wants a lot of things to do or nothing to do, and doesn't mind a 2-minute walk to the beach, we always recommend Sea Oats. It's kind of, we call it the Key West version of Florida. And then when you go to Sea Palms, this is a little bit more Shishi and a little bit more Miami. So the guest who wants to feel like feet in the sand, they wake up in the morning and in 30 seconds, they're at the water. This is where they'll want to stay. This house is a tiny bit smaller at 9 bedrooms, but it still has 4 king suites. This house is also very popular for C-suite executive retreats, where the other house, when we're doing executive retreats, they might be for a larger team. This is the view from the house. It's quite stunning. And lots of things. It's right on the beach. That's our private beach path. So you're rolling out of bed and this is where you're at in a minute. And here there's different activities on the beach. These are the chairs that are also ours. We also have loungers at the beach, and we can also do beach setup for your guests so they don't have to worry about anything. There's lots of large groups that stay at this house as well. The pool is directly outside. So I'm going to give you a little kind of walking tour through the house here. So if you walk in, you're in that bottom left corner. There's an elevator for these families as well. And the gym and the lounge on the bottom right take you directly to that top right photo, which is right off this stunning pool with the hot tub, which walks right out to there. The sunsets here are spectacular. It's one of the things that Captiva is really known for, is sunsets and seashells. So apparently we're the seashell capital of the world. So if your groups are into that, that's a lot of fun. And then there's a lot of different tours that they'll be able to do, whether it's on kayak, boats, eco tours for kids. There's a lot of different activities. Upstairs at Sea Palms, you have the Great Room, which is a beautiful gathering space. We do a lot of special occasions at this home. And so all of these spaces are really great to gather. There's a media room as well for presentations, and also even if for the kids just to watch TV while people are cooking. Dining areas are all over this house as well, from very elegant dining, outdoor seating for 30. And that top left picture actually shows you outdoor seating. There's 3 of those tables. 30 people can sit outside on the deck and watch that beautiful sunset while the chef is in the house cooking for you in this beautiful chef kitchen. Again, the chefs will do a variety of different things. We always do a charcuterie tray for our arriving guests, and that will be something that your guests will always have something special from you when you arrive. And they will bring servers if you want with your catering, or all different options of food service for you. Many of our guests do work, unfortunately, during vacation. So we do have office spaces. I'm going to show you the bedrooms, but so you know, there are always in all our homes, especially during COVID, we had to do a little pivot. So every room almost has a desk to keep your client just up to date. Unfortunately, yes, it's sad, Dominique, I know. But at least when you're there, you don't have to worry. Commercial Wi-Fi throughout every property. So everything is taken care of there, and they know that they're not going to miss an important meeting if they do have to do anything. This house has all of the same amenities as the other home, and the gym with the Peloton and the concierge services, the heated and chilled pools, all of that.
Michelle,
so,
I
yes.
just want to say something because, for example, I discovered Captive Island when I went to see you, and I live myself near Sunny Isle Beach in Florida. This is a totally different experience. And I never realized that you go like 2 hours and a half and you're on a kind of a private island setup, and you're still in the US, you're still in Florida, and it's so close for everyone actually, without having to go too far. And it's hardly anybody on the beach, and it's endless, and it's virgin. It's beautiful. I mean, I was really happily surprised actually. Huh?
Yeah, what's very nice about these beaches is that the only access to these beaches is from the private beachfront homes, or in the case of Sea Oats, there are some homes that have access to a beach path, which we own.
Oh,
So the only public access to the beach on Captiva is the very south end and the very north end, and we are in the middle.
oh, that's
So there's no parking, no one can come. So really, the pictures that we've shown you of the beach where there's really no one on them is real.
there is no. Yeah.
That is life on that beach. You are alone 90% of the time. There's sure there might be a few other families here and there, but the villas are each, on an acre or 2 acres. So even then they have a couple of 100 feet frontage on the beach. So you only would have like one group per house. So it really is a very, very special place. The island has no high rises, no stoplights. It's really a very idyllic place and very unusual still to have in the US. You're right.
Oh, and it's a great combination when you have a larger group, just because the villas are so close to each other. Someone can book both villa, and we'll have both sides, one of the bay and one on the ocean. And that's a great larger group for larger
Yeah,
group.
we have had groups up to 50 groups,
Taking
50,
both.
50 people, and they'll book both houses and they'll put the chef at one house will be the breakfast and lunch house,
Oh,
and one house will be the dinner house. And the groups, some will stay on the beach, some will be playing tennis, some will be out on the water kayaking and paddleboarding. There's enough space at both properties that everyone can be doing their own thing without being on top of each other. Yet you can still get that larger group together.
so now we're going to Vermont.
Yes. So New England is very special to us now. We didn't know we would love it so much, but it's become one of our favorite places to just see nature. It's such a beautiful area. Stowe, Vermont is very special in that it's quite a chic little town. Great farm to table, great food. There's breweries, there's distilleries, there's great music, there's great art, cute little clothing shops. I mean, anything someone wants to do, but it's almost still a little village. So it's really, really special. And there's fantastic skiing in the winter at Mount Mansfield. So I'll show you a few of the different things here. It's just a 45-minute drive from Burlington Airport, and the private airport, Morrisville, is only a 15-minute drive. But the big draw here for us is Boston, New York, and Montreal. Those drives are super short, and for a house that holds up to 40 guests, it really helps people, bring a lot of people together who might not traditionally be able to all gather in one spot. Because where can you go for 40 people that you're actually still just in a single home? There's a great gathering spaces in this house. There's 14 bedrooms. The property itself is 30 acres. It has mountain views. It has a pond that's swimmable. It has a huge pool. It has a couple of hot tubs. It has hiking trails. So there's just a lot to do just on site. That's the thing about most of our properties. Even though there's all these things to do, most guests never leave. They stay on site almost the entire time, just because they're gathering with people that they don't always get to see, and they get to cook together, or they get to just be on the beach together or ski or whatever it is. But it's a very nice, warm, fuzzy feeling we like to give out. So in winter, there is a lot to do in Stowe, from skiing and snowboarding, obviously. And then also just on site, we do have a ski room. We do have ski valets that will come to the house and fit your clients, so that you don't have to worry that you're going to go to the mountain, because not everybody's going to have their own equipment. So especially for new skiers, it's a wonderful service. They come to the house, they outfit everybody. And then when you go to the mountain, you're ready to go, and you're not sitting in line waiting to pick up equipment. But on site, you can rent snowshoes at the house. There's tubing, there's cross-country skiing, and all that is on our 30 acres. You never have to go anywhere to do any of it. Fall foliage is a very, very big season in New England, as I'm sure a lot of you know. And we get everything from couples groups who just come out for a long weekend and they'll hire a chef and enjoy all the great farm foods that are available. And they just really enjoy going to different sites and seeing the fall foliage. And then, I went a little too fast. Summer is so much to do in terms of hiking, fishing. There's just paddling on our pond, and everything is really available very close to the house. So if they do want special hiking, we do have hiking. There are different trails all over Vermont. Stowe has a nice trail that even goes right through town, which is really fun. And then again, wonderful farm to table, great chefs who will come to the house, bartenders who do special events, tastings, all types of fun things. We have 2 tennis courts, clay tennis courts, which is why they look a little different here. And then indoors, we have wood burning fireplaces. This is a lovely library. We actually just had a little tiny second wedding in here last weekend, which was absolutely adorable. So we do have small events like that. And there is some great just common areas that allow people to be together, but not feel like they're on top of each other, which is, again, something that's really, really important in such a big space with so many people, to have different gathering spaces. This fireplace is really special. It was built by the original owners, who were Top Notch's owners. So anyone who's familiar with the old Top Notch resort, the Canadian family who owned it, they built this as their family compound. So originally there was the house in the center, and then each different member of the family built a wing. So that's why there's so much privacy in this home and so many bedrooms. So that makes a little more sense as to how we ended up with a 14-bedroom house in the middle of Stowe. We do have our own yoga studio, which doubles as a fantastic dance studio for little parties. We are pet friendly at all our locations. And again, there's a great gym in this house as well. And this house does have a little wellness room with a massage table, because here we do bring a lot of different practitioners, whether it's yoga, meditation, massage therapists, all types of different activities, Pilates. We can really do anything at this home. We do have massage therapists and all those services that also come to the Captiva properties that we spoke about before. And when we get to Taos, there's even more. Again, Walton Brown, Chef's Kitchen, lots of dining areas, lots of gathering spaces. We try to keep a guitar on hand at all locations, because, that's always a fun little thing for families to do. And then again, just gorgeous bedrooms. Almost every room has access to the outside directly from the bedroom, and lots of comfy beds, very easy. So here we have our conference room. Again, when we do a lot of our corporate retreats, we do find that it's very important for people to have just some of those amenities. So the conference room, because it's such a big space at Meadowstone, and we do get a lot of conference groups from Boston and New York. It's quite well used. Here again, you have everything that's included, all very similar throughout. Our big thing is our service. That's what you're always going to find consistently throughout all our properties. We will always be there for your guests. We do all the legwork. If you want to be involved in the planning, fantastic. We'll work with you. If you prefer to hand your guests to us, we're happy to do all the planning for them. And remember, the guest is always yours. If you've brought us a client, the commission's always yours. We're never going to say, oh, well, they rebooked with us. That's never going to be an issue for you. And anytime you want to include us at the beginning of a conversation, please call us. And if you want to set up a Zoom, if you want us to walk them through the property, we will always circle back to you to book.
Thank you, Michelle. Mm-hmm.
Always. And this is just one of the fire pits that's on the little beach by that pond, which is super sweet. And again, we are dog friendly. it's becoming more and more important these days.
So we are
Oh,
looking at
there we go. Sorry, I got a little stuck on my presentation. So our last property and our newest is in Taos, New Mexico. Gem Hacienda is an old adobe home that we fully renovated. It's 9 bedrooms. It also sleeps up to 30. And it's just on a very special 8 acres. For those of you who aren't familiar with New Mexico, Taos sort of flies under the radar. It's not really desert. The weather is a little bit more mild. So it doesn't get super hot in the winter, and it doesn't get super cold in the super hot in the summer or super cold in the winter. Santa Fe Airport is a 90-minute drive. Albuquerque's 2.5 hours. And Taos Air is fantastic. For those of you in California and Texas, they have direct flights, which are super short, great airline. It's really JSX is Taos Air, and they are fantastic feeder areas for us. Here's kind of your bed count, 9 bedrooms, again, 5 king suites. So we really do try to always make sure we have plenty of king suites for the hosts. And usually it's like the older parents. When we do set up this presentation for you to look at, the bottom corner where you see the map and room planner, you'll find that for each of our locations, and it'll link to a little map of the house that shows you the location of every bedroom, and it also shows you the bedding in the room and how many people the room sleeps. So what we'll do for the guest is when they arrive, the rooms will be tagged. So they will tell us in advance who's staying in which rooms. And as we do a walkthrough tour, which we do for every group that arrives, when they show up, we will take them through the house. The property manager walks you through a house. This is not an Airbnb where you get a door code and good luck. That is never going to happen with a Drip Castle estate. Your group will be met by the house manager. They'll be toured. They'll be given all the information that they need. There's also QR codes in the home. If they ever had something that wasn't working, they can quickly look up how to do it. But if not, we're always available to answer that call. But when you show up, it's really nice when you have 30 people and everybody's running around. I want this room. I want this room. That doesn't really work for the host. The host gets to choose where everybody's staying, and we will tag the doors. And as we tour the guests through the house to introduce them to the space, we'll say, oh, look, Dominique is staying in this room. And it's a really nice way to keep everyone calm at entry, because it is very hard for our team. When everyone arrives, everyone is very excited to be in the space and they are running around. And so it's nice for the host to know that all that's set and they don't have to deal with that either. The views at this house are really stunning. This is Blueberry Hill. It's just on the north side of our property. We do abut preservation grounds, which is really nice. There's wild horses running around sometimes. The interior spaces are very spacious. There's a fireplace in every room. And Taos Mountain is just spectacular. The skiing is really incredible. It has no lineups. It is not like going to Aspen and spending $1 million and waiting in line to get on the hill. It's just relaxed and very, very competitive skiing. People really, really enjoy it. Plus, you can also get lessons at the mountain if you have new skiers. There's lots of hiking. The outdoors here is just something you've never seen. I've never seen blue skies like I've seen in Taos. And at night, when there's no lights on, the stars are just spectacular. It's really special. And again, a great foodie town, a great art town. So there's a lot here to do, and very into wellness, everything from to meditation to art classes to here. This is a horno. So this is an original part of the home, and they used to bake bread in this horno. Here are some of those beautiful fireplaces throughout. Chef's kitchen with lots of seating. Again, on the interior, lots of seating, all the wine glasses they need. Everything your guests will need is all here.
Oh,
this house, sorry, I was losing it for a second. This house has a billiard table as well. We have a couple of the houses that will have pool, foosball, all kinds of different gaming tables. And then this is one of our bedrooms that is ADA compliant. So we do have roll-in showers in almost every house as well for your guests. And this is a lot of the original ceilings, but everything is new in this house. Again, everything included, from concierge to coffee makers, sound systems, chefs and bartenders that we get are really, really fantastic in Taos. So rates. Our different rates for Florida are just really based on the beachfront versus not. So it's $4,800 a night with a 7-night minimum at Sea Oats. And remember, the house sleeps 30 people, so your price per person is quite good. Sea Palms on the beach, $6,800 a night. Meadowstone starts at $65, and Gem at $28. So the prices are very competitive, and they allow the guests to add all the amenities without really breaking the bank. So at prices like this, you can add a chef, you can add a bartender, you can add your beach setup, you can add whatever you want so that your group is really well taken care of. Holiday rates obviously do go up a little bit. And then we have our new all-inclusive packages. So Dominique inspired us that her clients really want to see all-inclusive. They want to buy a package. They don't want to deal with deciding what they're going to do. They just want to have something easy. So this is our version of easy. Hopefully you'll agree. It's a work in progress, so we'd love to hear your comments. These packages all include, and this is the same for every property, will include a chef and a bartender. The food is always included. We're working on special menus with each local chef that we're using, and your guests will be able to choose between different menus. And all this, of course, is done ahead of time. And they will have a bartender on hand. Since we are not a restaurant, and a lot of the cities have quite strict rules on alcohol, we cannot include alcohol, but everything will be purchased in advance. All that will be done in advance, but we just can't include it in the costs here. So that's the one thing you'd have to add. In our Florida properties, we're including a private catered sunset cruise. So we do have lots of dolphins, manatees. Captiva just has so much wildlife, birds. So doing one of these sunset cruises tends to be really a highlight of everyone's trip. They get to see so much out on the water. We include a fishing charter, a photo shoot, because almost every guest really likes their hosts to walk away with something that they can look at, because often the hosts are grandma and grandpa. And after the trip is over, it's really nice for them to have a little memento. For wellness, we include massages, yoga sessions. We include daily housekeeping. So everything is taken care of. Beds are made, kitchen's clean, dishes are put away. There's really nothing for your guests to do if you purchase through one of the all-inclusive curated experiences. Prices start at Sea Oats for a 4-night stay for up to 18 people is $92,000. And that's everything, including the food. We do then, after 18 guests, there is a per person additional guest cost. Sea Palms has a very similar plan with a lot of the same activities added, the massages, the yoga, the chef, obviously, and the food is all included in these costs. And it's a very similar price point. And then Meadowstone, also for 18 guests. Meadowstone, we do a few different things here. We have wine tastings. We also do ice cream parties because Ben and Jerry's is from Stowe, just so you know. Well, they're Waterbury, but close enough. And they will actually come to the house and do an ice cream party for your guests, or people like to go and do the tours there as well. We have tennis coaches at all our locations. And then here again, we also include massages, daily yoga, because we have a big, beautiful yoga studio, a sound bath experience, and daily housekeeping. And we also include transport. We don't always include transport for every guest because in a lot of places, people really do want to drive. There's a lot of people coming in with cars. And we always recommend, our locations are a little off the beaten path. You really never want to bring all your guests without a car. You always need at least one or two vehicles, just for safety even. And here an additional guest is really only $700. And then last is Gem Hacienda. So again, including the private chef and the bartender. And here we have more food tours, we have wine, we have art, photo shoot, again, massages and yoga, all included, as well as housekeeping. The rates in Gem are really, really amazing. They can do a 4-night all-inclusive for 18 people for $45,000. So that's a really great corporate rate and great for our women's wellness groups who really enjoy this property. So last is just a little bit about the different types of our 3 most popular types of stays. One is wellness. So we'll have a lot of yoga teachers or special groups that have special wellness interests will bring some of their clients, and we'll do different events, whether it's a Pilates retreat or a yoga teacher retreat. Nutritionists come and bring clients and teach them how to be well. Corporate retreats is a very, very big, important group for us. I think it's because there's very few places that they can go where they can really have private, in-depth conversations without an audience. So even if you stay at a hotel, you're still in a stuffy little conference room for the whole day. If you want to have a meeting with everyone and you don't want people listening in, and you have a lot of private information that you're sharing, being able to do it somewhere where you're in this beautiful setting, it's very creative. You have breakout sessions, but you can do a breakout session on the beach or, by the pool. And it definitely inspires our group. We have many groups who come once or twice a year because they just find it really rewarding, and their teams also appreciate being in this environment, and they take it quite seriously and work really hard. And then the other really big important thing is celebrations and anniversaries. So lots of anniversaries, lots of 50th, 60th anniversaries, second weddings, big birthday parties, multi-generational, 50-year-olds bringing their parents and their kids together and their grandchildren. And it's just a great place to have all these things happen where, again, you're uninterrupted. After dinner in a hotel, where do you all gather? There's really nowhere to go. Where here, some people might go to the pool room and go play pool, and some people will go watch a movie together, and other people will go play cards or poker or whatever it is, whatever way they want to be together, they can be together. And they haven't been forced into a situation like a hotel where now what do we do? So it definitely has that environment of keeping people in a more relaxed state and kind of connecting a little bit better. And that is my presentation.
Thank you very much, Michelle. It was great, very complete. I hope everybody is as excited as I am, because we just started together, and I think we're going to do very well. So I don't know if there is any question. I think you spoke about everything.
I
So
spoke a lot. I'm sorry.
no, but it's all right. I mean, you have four property. You were not just presenting one property, so that's a bit normal, I would say. Yes, any question, anyone? Or is it all covered by Michelle? And then we're just gonna say goodbye. And alors, Jason, it looks wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful presentation. Wow, amazing house. Great presentation. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And if you happen to be in the area, Michelle, if anyone is in the area and you're in the house or the house is available for a visit, I think that would be good. If any,
Absolutely.
because that's very important to see if you can see it by yourself. Even if the picture gives justice, I would say I saw two of the villa at the end of in few weeks. I'm gonna be in Vermont, and take some great picture there. Jules, you said really clear. Thank you. Could we just get the presentation? Yeah, you'll get the recording and the presentation. And then, voilà, Michelle is offering us a special commission as well. So always keep us copied or send us a request. We will forward it to Michelle, or you email Michelle and you just copy us. Voilà. Thank you, everyone. And Michelle, thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you, everybody.
For the beautiful presentation. I hope you get a lot of inspiration, guys, and that you have a lot of clients that you can now offer it. And as you can say, the rates vary wonderfully in a way that depending on their budget, they might just get their house and maybe just add one chef for a day or this, and then go to a supermarket or just want the fridge to be filled, or then they want the whole inclusive. But I think there is a variation in between the rates that is really nice. Voilà. Kelly said, very inspired, thinking about a lot of clients. Wonderful. All right, everyone. Wishing you a great day and see you soon. I think tomorrow we're going to go to Pine Cay in Turks and Caicos. So hope to see you there. Thank you,
Thanks,
Michelle.
everyone.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye bye.